Alright, y'all. How's it going? That was, who guessed it? That's Sweet Home Alabama. Since I haven't written out a new tune, but I had a private student that wanted to learn this, and I thought this might be fun. I was gonna send the video out playing this and upload a copy of it with it so that you could learn how to play this. Something different. Something that's not like bluegrass or old time. And then I'm also thinking about doing either a gypsy jazz tune or just a regular kind of a jazz tune. So maybe somebody send me an email. I haven't seen any comments on the videos I've sent, so, or any emails, so if I don't get any feedback, I'll just pick something on my own and be like, here you go. But anyway, before we get into it, I hope everybody's doing well, and hope everybody's staying home and only doing like stuff that you really need to do. I've been doing some painting work since school is online, and I need to make money. And I've been painting an empty office, so I'm able to stay away from people and work and make money at the same time, so that's good. And then doing online classes. I hope everybody is getting along fine and finding some way to get by. These are hard times. I miss y'all. I wish we could still have our lessons in person, but hopefully this fall we can get back to normal with that. So we've been working on Big Sandy River. Hopefully everybody's had some time to work with that. If you need anything, let me know. As well as all the other tunes we've already worked on quite a bit. This will give you all something new to work on, and then next week I'm definitely planning on doing a new tune, maybe going ahead and doing a couple, and then introducing them to y'all, because I'm sure you're ready for something like that. So yeah, so Sweet Home Alabama. Lynyrd Skynyrd. Underrated band. They had tons of good songs. I feel like they get pigeonholed and ignored sometimes because they use the rebel flag for their like symbol, but you have to understand that those were different times, and as important as all that is, don't let them slip by you as a band that you appreciate, because they were so very good, in my opinion. It's so many good songs. Like That Smell, and one of the best tunes is Curtis Lowe. If you ever heard the Ballad of Curtis Lowe, Lowe, they were just such an incredible band. Ronnie Van Zant died way early in life in a plane crash. Just another one of those tragic rock and roll stories. But anyway, this is by far their biggest hit. Somebody really wanted to learn this, so I tabbed it out. And you will get a copy of this to work on. It does no good to show it to you here because it looks backwards. But there are some things to note about it. So there's some palm muting. There's some pull-offs and some slides, which is a good reason to introduce this, because especially like with electric guitar, So you hold the D chord. So it's like, and then the way, kind of emphasize, in my mind, the way that it sounds on an acoustic guitar to make it sound like an electric song on an acoustic guitar is to do a palm mute. So that kind of means you just kind of lightly rest your palm down at the bottom of the strings, above the bridge, and go on the D string. Just, there's regular, there's muted. Okay, so that's one of the big things you're going to see. The first two notes, open, open, D string, muted. And then it's all, remember how the chord shapes have so much to do with the way that the notes are played throughout most of my melodies, or many of my melodies that I've written out. So you mute, and then let off. So I go down 2 picks, then, well, down, meaning up. So I go down from me, that's considered down, and then back down, but up towards you with the pick. So that's a neat trick that you can learn. And then, so it goes C, so you're muting the C note, then you let off, second and third string, yeah, okay, and then G, then it goes, so that's the first line. The first part of the second line is the same way, but it goes, this is the pull off. You'll see pull off. So a pull off is like when you play a note, and instead of picking the note with your pick, the pull off actually plays the note. So practice this, third string, you hold the 2, and then it's got a kind of a forward slash open. Another way to play a note without actually picking it. So it goes open 4th, and then it goes 4 open pull off, and then a slide back up into the D shape with your third finger from the 2nd to the 3rd fret. So all together it's, you get this in the screen. So there's more going on there than it looks like. And then at the very end of the song, the third line is identical to the first, the third row of, the third measure, or the third row of lines. And then the bottom, how they're in sections. The last one says slide, so you're like 1, 2. And I'm even naturally doing something that is not written there, but it's another effect. That's called a bend. So you bend the note. So that's another thing you can do. On electric guitar, the strings are so kind of loose and slinky and easy to play that it makes it way easier. But if you can always remember the rule, if you can sound good on an acoustic guitar and you sound great on an electric, because you can't hide when you're playing an acoustic guitar. Everything is way more honest and raw, and you just, if it's really good to get good sounding on an acoustic guitar. And then once you get into playing electric, you'll be like, oh wow, you'll realize. But if you start on electric and then go to acoustic, you're like, oh, it's way harder to get past some of those obstacles. It's all about learning things in the proper order. So anyway, see what you can do with this. I'll send the paper out with it, and here it is. Oh yeah, there's something else I do that I didn't write in. So instead of just mute, it's the first one, D muted, A string, you could go. Same thing with the G. Actually, I did on the third line. I added an open in the middle.